everybody, welcome and welcome back to The Whole Bucket. I am Cheryl and this is Let's Make Junk Journals. This is journal number 2 of the Let's Make 2 junk journals out of one bag of scraps, and I'm going to do a quick flip through before we get started completely so you can remember what number 2 looks like. Oh, that was an odd sentence. You can remember what book number 2 looks like. And that's, yeah, super quick flip through, right? This is the one that's kind of wonky. It's got like really dark, but really flowery, light. I'm not sure where this is going at all. In fact, I tried to look for some ephemera bits and pieces, and I was having some trouble doing that because I just don't know where this is going at all. It's got some glue on the cover. What I did gather, I'll show you. This piece of paper, it's burgundy and cream. I think that's coming through on the camera, but it goes with the pink and the writing pages. So, gosh, I wish the glare was not... Oh, this is ridiculous. The glare is ridiculous. Can we get rid of the shadows and the glare? No, we can't. We're going to have shadows or glare. Let's go with shadows. Okay, so it has colors that go with these weird pages, and it goes with Victorian velvet. And then on the other side, I have this kind of slate gray. The pattern in this slate gray goes really well with this, and gray always goes with pink colors, and it kind of just goes in general with this. So I picked this one, and then I have a very shiny pink dragonfly. I have a flowery scene with butterflies and a moth. I have some butterflies in blue, purple, pink. That's a piece of pink paper. I think the other bit is already in the journal. This is the square design tea paper page that's already, the other half is in the journal. Here is a pink of wings. A pair of fairy / dragonfly wings in a very diaphanous pink. There is some sort of fold out or spine or something for our project that is not this journal, but it matches that first page. I pulled out 2 sheets of master boards that I made. These are smaller master boards that I have, and I pulled out 2 of them, and they're very gothic. So they take that light feminine stuff and they turn it to a bit of a darker thing going on, which combines the darker weight of the writing pages and the black of the cover, and it might work. This might work. What else have we got? We got some leftovers. We got this favorite mulberry paper of mine. And then we have something I'm very, very excited about. This actually just got to my desk a few minutes ago, and it's going on the cover. I'm sure, that didn't sound very sure, did it? I'm mostly sure that this is going to end up on the cover of the journal. One of these is anyway, because only one will fit. But here it is. It is this butterfly or this butterfly. So this is in a color called Marsala, and there is no way a computer screen is going to show off this color as much as it could be showed off. So it's looking really black, it's looking really dark. Oh, as I turn it, it's showing some stuff. So you can kind of get the idea. This is called Color Change Filament. And the color again is called Marsala. And this is 3D printed because I've mentioned it a bunch of times. My son has recently taken up 3D printing and I am having fun making him make me stuff. So, there may or may not be some usurping 3D printer territory by me. Anyways, I like the idea of this. Well, I like the idea of either butterfly on top of one of these papers. This one goes this way. There we go. On the cover of the journal. So let's take a look at what that would look like. Rawr. So this on the cover. Yikes. This on the cover, and then this guy. So that the pattern just shows through the butterfly, right? Or to go with the darker theme, this one on the cover and the butterfly on top. This is more of a tone-on-tone kind of feel. So I'm not sure which way I would go. I'm assuming I'm going to go with that other one. So I'm going to do a project right off the bat. And we'll see how long this takes us to get what? I don't know, I completely lost words. Completely. So you saw the other page. Look at this one. They're both absolutely filthy because I used the backs of these pages to clean my brushes for what we're going to do right now. First, we got to cut the piece of paper. So let me get the big trimmer. And we need it. I'm going to do 8 by 5.25. I might change this in a second. I'm not sure. But this is where we're starting. Let's pull the journal over and take a peek. I definitely like that. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm also going to round the corners on this with the largest corner rounder. In my cart, in my Amazon cart, there is a corner rounder that does 3 sizes, but they're all 3 bigger than this kind of the usual corner rounder size. I am so getting one of those when I can afford it. It's not cheap. It's not cheap, and I can't really justify it. But I want one. Is that enough justification? I don't know. I want one, because I said so. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with the biggest blending brush and hickory smoke. No. Gosh darn me, I already messed up my own idea. We're going to start with the biggest blending brush and Victorian Velvet. I thought, wait a minute, what do you mean hickory smoke? Aren't we supposed to be implying some color? Yes, yes we are. Let me just rub that off quick. You can see it still wasn't clean. Look at all the green coming out of that. Good grief, man. Don't want any straight up colors, right? Just whatever happens. All right, we're going to do some Victorian Velvet or whatever form of color comes out. There we go. Let's do that. Okay. I'm doing this on a glass trivet from Dollar Tree. So if you do not have a glass cutting mat, and would like to try cutting and blending and such on glass, this is how you can do it super cheap. Buy glass trivets from Dollar Tree and take the little feet off. So the thing that is beneficial in the blending department with glass is that the color sits on the glass, right? And then when your brush goes off of your the surface that you're blending onto, the color stays on top of the glass and your brush picks it back up and pushes it back onto the paper. If you do this on any other kind of surface, like if I were to do it on here, or if I were to do it on paper, you end up with the surface soaking up and or holding on to your color. It takes a lot more color and it doesn't blend as well. So not implying that I don't do that, because I don't pull out these trivets nearly often enough, and right now many of them are full of paint and gesso and I don't want to clean them. So I'm kind of being a bum. But what am I saying? But they're a good tool. That's what I was saying. So my brain had already moved on to the next stage because we're almost done. The next color I'm going to do is the Hickory Smoke with a slightly smaller brush. And I will tell you something. This technique that I'm going to do right now would be better served if I had Hickory Smoke in ink instead of oxide. Oxide is more opaque, right? Ink has a little of translucency to it, so I would be able to so the blending would just, you know, you could still see the pink implied and all that kind of jazz. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Words are just escaping me like they always do. So now I'm going to take a slightly smaller brush and the Hickory Smoke, and I'm going to go all the way around again, but I'm going to go not as far into the page as I did with the pink. So I'm layering my colors. And they would layer a little better if this was ink instead of oxide, because of that translucency thing. It's not stopping me though, because this is just a lovely thing to do, is to layer these ink colors, or in this case oxide colors. Jeez. And the next one we're going to do is an even smaller brush, and we're going to do black soot. There we go. Makes me wish I had done the pink even further into the page, so I think I'm going to try it. I don't know that this is even going to work. Not sure what's going to happen here. I don't want to take away the gray, but I want the pink farther in. What if I just try it on the bottom? I'm just going to try it on the bottom because I feel like I would be able to darken the bottom, and I would like it if I had to cover up making a mess. It's not working quite like I wanted it to, but I think I'm getting a little bit more of a pink haze. Just doing this like this. I think that's okay. All right, let's do the black soot layer. We need one of the little brushes. I think I'm going to pull out the littlest one. least I think this is the littlest one. These two are they the same? Nope, it is the littlest. So I'm going to pull out the littlest one and do some black soot, this time going even less into the paper than I did those other 2 times. Hello, Revan. What's up, buddy? He wants to go outside. And I just heard somebody leave the house and they didn't let him out. It does not surprise me at all that he came in here. And gave one little meow. That's his version of, hey, what's up with that? I won't go outside. And now he'll just sit and stare at me and be all cute until I get a chance to go up and upstairs and let him out. So I think this is going to be the topper and the cover for this journal. All right. There's what I wanted to do. I am quite happy with the result of the product in general. Let's see what it's going to look like on the page, or on the journal, I mean. I think it's upside down. There we go. I did put the heavier stuff on the, where I said it was the bottom, it was the top. I might have to come down here and put in a bit of heavier color because I really like the bottoms heavier than the top. All right, I'm going to hold this kind of flat with my hand and let's see how the butterflies look. Gosh, I love that. I love that. That is seriously just simple, 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 but gorgeous. I'm not sure. I'm not at all sure what I want to do here. Let's try the other one. Okay. I like this one, but I would like it if his antenna would be up a little higher and his tail, or his, I guess this is where the wind sweep thing goes, right? I wish it was a little curlier and set up the page a little higher. And I'm fairly certain I can glue this however I like it, but there is also, oh, there we go. That's kind of what I want. But there's also, I can heat it and bend it. Okay, so I would like that bent a little bit. And I would like this one bent a little bit also. I would like this one to be more like that. What if I don't bend it? And I just put it just like that. I'm gonna just do this. Okay, so there's a few things that I'm going to do. First, I'm going to glue this page to the cover. Then we're going to punch some holes in the cover and put some black brads on the four corners. Also, yep, I don't like that. Oh, there you can see it perfectly. There's this white edge. I don't like that at all. So I'm going to go ahead and do the VersaFine Clair because I have the blackest color. The blackest color I have is this one, is what I meant to say. And I'm going to go around the whole thing with that and let it dry while we're doing some other things. Oh, much better. Okay. I know that black on black is not really going to show up, but it just gives it such a much nicer finish. Okay. There we go. Okay, yep, I'm liking it better already. Next, I think we will, next I think we will put some shimmer on this. Let me get out my shimmer stick, because I love this thing. And I think, gosh darn it, if I do this too much into the colors, it will bleach out the oxide. So I'm just going to go in the center. I don't know that this will even make a difference, but this shimmer might show up around and behind the butterfly. There we go. It's coming out better. Let me see now. So I just did kind of a cloud o' shimmer. Absolutely, that shows up. That cloud o' shimmer. Okay, that's lovely. And it is totally bleaching out where I ran into the oxide. I don't know if you can see that yet, but it's reacting. Well, I mean, that's what it's for, right? So, I mean, I don't mind. It's okay. And I'm going to flip this over, and rather than waiting, I'm just going to glue it right in place and let it dry over here. This might be a big fat mess because I believe that this is all water reactive colors. This is going to be paper on paper, so I am using my giant glue stick for the whole page, and then I will add a bead of glue around the outside and a little extra puddle. Will I add an extra puddle? No, I will not add an extra puddle on this side. Skip that. I was going to say I'm going to add an extra puddle where the brads will be, but that's actually on the inside of the cover. I'll add a little extra. All right. Now, just a quick, there we go. Just a quick line only around the outsides, and then we're going to get this in place. I'm actually going to lay this down so I can get it nice and flat. Okay. There we go. I think I'm going to have to use Fabri-Tac to get this to stick to the page. I don't know that Fabri-Tac is even safe to use on this stuff. So we need to cut off his tail. I'm sorry, Mr. Butterfly. Oops. Well, oh, there it is. I'm gonna just cut off his tail and try a little piece or a little bit of Fabri-Tac on the scrap here and see if it melts it or anything like that. Let's let it sit right there. You know me, I add a little science to every show, I think. Okay, that's probably not true. But, you know, I add experimenting quite a bit. That's an experiment if ever I saw one. I am going to even out, not even out, but fade out some of the sparkles, because it's looking a little too exact. There is nothing worse than something you're trying to make feel organic, all of a sudden looking too contrived. Okay, there are worse things, but, you know, it's not good. Nothing worse might be a bit of an overstatement. Okay, I like that better. We got some organic bits going. Let's set this aside for a minute. No, let's not. I mean, I don't have anything else to do, really. I'm not going to let it dry very long. Gosh darn it, I'm impatient. I don't see that it's melting. The Fabri-Tac is not melting the PVA. PVA? It's not PVA. That's a kind of glue. This is PLA. There we go. PLA, not PVA. I have a lot of brown on my hands, but no red. All right, that looks good. That looks pretty good. All right, where is the, there it is. Here's the hole punch I want to do, because it's really small, and the brads I'm using are regular size, but I like to make the hole smaller, because I mean, if you make them too big, then if you make the hole too big for the brads, then the brads are all floppy, and that just is not a good look. It's not what you want. So make the small holer, the small holer than you need. Make the hole smaller than you need. You can always adjust up. Okay. I am going to go, I don't know how to do this exactly. I need a pencil. And we're going to go I love this ruler, but that extra it's got an inch before the 0 mark, which can be super handy, but sometimes it's just a pain in the rump roast. So if I go an inch in and an inch up, that's way too much. if I go half an inch in and half an inch up, not enough. We're going to split the difference and call this 3/4 and 3/4. But this is a rectangle and I'm using square measurements. Yep. Okay, you know what? I'm just winging it. We're just winging it, guys. I'm just gonna go right there. Whatever that was. Uh-oh. Well, here's a new problem. Oh! I just broke my hole punch because it was stuck to the book. Oh. It's actually broken. Look at that. I can't even use it anymore. Well, okay, well, you know what I'm going to do? I will open this up. I will find my little foam bit. And this jobber. This is going to be way too little, but it's all right. It's all right. There's a way to solve every problem, even breaking your own hole punch. Getting it stuck to a journal, having to break it off. Wow. I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen. Alright, in order to make these three larger, I'm just going to use a ballpoint pen and kind of squish. So I'm using my left hand to support the board so I don't end up wrecking it. Because I seem to be a bit destructive today. There we go. I like that. There we go. Let's try this one more time. All right, let's see if we can get those brads in. I love the name of the store I got these from. It's called the Eyelet Outlet. I just get a kick out of that. Of course, I am very easily entertained, but still, it's kind of cute. The Eyelet Outlet. All right, let's try this. No problem. Whoopsies. What happened? I heard something go wonky on the inside. Let's see what it was. Oh, it had to go through the fabric. Okay. That's fine. Well, this side is not behaving at all. All right, let's see if I can tell where that was. I can. It's right there. Whoa. Throwing brads everywhere. Okay, let's try that again. This one is just not willing to go through. Just cut it then, lady. There we go. We will win. That's all there is to it. Okay. Are they similarly placed enough that we can call it happy? I am happy. So let's go ahead and open up the brad feet. Open up the brad feet, and then I don't know how this is going to go. Well, apparently it's, oh, there it is. Okay. I'm going to actually take this down on the floor, because if I have this hammer, if I pound this on my desk, I'm afraid I will break your ears. So I'm just going to give it a heavy-duty little hammer. Okay, there we go. Nice and flattened out. All right. Let's glue ourselves a butterfly. I just don't know if I can get it to squish like this unless I heat it first. And I really, really want it to squish just like that. It's definitely spring-loaded. One spring-loaded butterfly. going to glue it on as best I can. I've never really used these before. I've never really done this before, so I'm just going to do what I can. This ought to be exciting television. Watching me trace a butterfly with glue. This would actually be much easier if I just make a puddle. I'm just going to make a big puddle even and spread it out and set the butterfly in it. Whee! Okay. Yes, no? And next, boy, you really should use Fabri-Tac with in a ventilated area. I would just like to say that my studio is not ventilated. Whew! Ugh. Okay. And get all the glue strings out. No glue strings on my butterfly, please. Okay. Here we go. One placed butterfly. I'm afraid to let go of him if he's good. I got glue all over the place, and there is, good grief. I'm gonna have to clean this up. This is gonna be some work. There must be a better way to do this, because that is just a mess. I got a mess right there. I got a mess right there. I got a mess right here. I got too big of a blob right there. Let's just scoop that one right out of there. Apparently I am now testing whether you can glue your scissors shut or not. This is really holding well though. Gosh, even though I made kind of a glue particle mess out of it, it is holding this butterfly like nobody's business. Of course, that's true only till I move the darn thing. There we go. Suni, I'm filming. Get in your bed. Yeah, get in your bed. Did you see that? She went right over and got in her bed. All right. We are now the happy owners of, oh gosh, that's so cool. I love this. I love this. Wonder if my son is going to be ready to print me more butterflies and more things, because not only is there more line art that I could get printed, but I can do line art, so I could create my own things for him to print too. All right. We have a journal cover. I'm going to leave it at this. I don't know for sure that it's not going to be further decorated. I could certainly do something down here. Maybe even just, you know, a little flower spray, or maybe the butterfly has a friend, or I don't know, but kind of I just like the idea of leaving it this simple. Let's move inside. So now we have Brad feet we need to deal with. And I think that's the last thing we're going to do today. The last thing then, I think I'm going to take that other paper and do the inside cover with this. And I don't think I'm going to do it. I just am going to do it. I just am. So let's get out the big trimmer again. Oh, I didn't mention that, I don't think, but there's the ribbon for this book. I do always pick out a ribbon from my supply that goes with every book. Let's go, I'm going to go 8 3/8 and see if I can do this liner with only a 1/16 of an inch on each side. Yipes. That sounds a little demanding, and I've never tried it before. So we may have to do some secondary trimming. So it's 8 1/2. I don't want 8 1/2. I want it, 5 1/2. Do I want to do 5 3/8? No, because I have the fabric and the spine to think up. So I think I'm still going to go to 5 1/4 for the width. I hope this is going to cover the feet for the brads. And if it doesn't, we will just think of a different thing to do. Okay, there's our 2 pieces. And one will go, wait. Oh, I should have done this differently. One will go right here, and one will go right here. I'm fine with the one for the back cover. That certainly does cover everything it needs to. And this does not cover the feet completely. There's one little smidge that sticks out. Oh, wait a minute, that's not a foot. That's just glue on the fabric. I think it covers the feet. I'm now happier than I was just a minute ago. Okay, I am going to line these with black. To cover up the core of the paper only. So just flat swipe against the side of the paper. Okay, and let that one sit a minute, and we will do this one. Nice. There is no extra anything on this. I'm not tipping in, I'm not doing any shading, nothing. I'm only covering the core. Okay, let's put that back there. And this one is going to go right here. And let's get out my gluing catalog. Ooh. Oops. Hold on. Forgot I have folded pages. That will not work. There we go. Whoa. 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 first one. Oh, I forgot something. We want some extra glue around these spots. The extra glue on these corners will not only help the corners stay down around these brads, but it will also cushion the paper and create kind of a slope. So it seems less bumpy than it actually is then. The brads still obviously cause a bump under the paper. It just doesn't, just tempers it a little bit. Whoa. There we go. Goodness sakes, I am just all glue and ink. I'm just all glue and all kinds of ink and paint and colors and stuff. Wow, that Fabri-Tac is all already dry. I'm going to stick some Fabri-Tac under this bottom corner because it doesn't seem to be, something's up back here. Wow, that comes out fast. I am not used to that at all. Okay. 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 Smoosh. I think I'll see if it needs it up here too. Since there is indeed fabric up there. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rawr. Okay, this bottom corner is going to cause me a problem. I will deal with it later. Because right now, we need to get done. And we still have the back to glue, and then we need to take a look at what we're doing. See if I can get any more of a feel for where this one is heading. Want to hear something funny? I have wanted this skirt right here for approximately, well, you know what? I don't even know how long. I think it was new when I first wanted to get it, and I don't remember when that was, but it's at least 20 years. I don't know how long for real exactly, but a very, very long time. And I never, ever, ever buy it for myself. Maybe someday. But you know what? I say maybe someday to a lot of things. And I have said maybe someday to things so long that they just disappear. There was a dress in this very same company that I wanted for probably 30 years. And I never got it, and now it's gone. It's gone, baby, gone. Okay, there we go. Whoopsies. Oh, look what I did. How ridiculous is that? Oh, all kinds of ridiculous. I pushed my glue stick down too far and or too firmly, and it causes a giant mess. Let's flip to the back. Don't waste this glue. I'll just do this. Here, let's put it under this fabric. Then maybe the fabric will lay flatter. I don't know. I don't even know what I was gonna say. All right. Now we're getting pretty darn close to the bottom. I actually like leaving an 1/8 inch, or 1/16, I mean. I like it. All right. Here we go. Yikes, man. All right. We now have cover art on both of the journals. I am going to end today's show by making a true confession. So at the end of the last episode, where I didn't intend to work only on the cover, I just kept working on the cover, and that's how we ended up doing the cover and the inside pages. So I just copied that. We went ahead and did it today, since, I mean, that seems to be what I'm doing. But I didn't stop. I was going to wait until we got together again and continue the work on the cover art, but I kept going. So this is what I have. I finished the collage for the cover art on this one. I don't have it in place, obviously, but there are the 2 journals out of 1 pack of scraps. They are really already beginning to have personality. All right. That's all I know. If you want to catch up with more of the journey of these 2 journals, there is a playlist right on this side somewhere, and there is a little squirrel right there, and his job is to remind you to subscribe to the channel, and my job is to remind you that thumbs ups and comments really, really help. So think of something delightful to say, or tell me a dad joke, because I love those, and give a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.